Okay, good morning, children.
Good morning, ma'am.
So last topic we discussed it is renaming, isn't it? So you can continue with the topic. So for deleting a row or column, we are using the function, built-in function, it is drop. If you want to delete a row, we'll use. If you want to delete a row, we'll use x is equal to 0. If you want to delete a column, we'll use x is equal to 1. And in the case of drop function, we can use single row deletion and also we can use multiple rows for deletion. If you are using multiple rows, use that index numbers within a list. Okay, we can't write this drop is equal to df1 dot drop within bracket 1 comma 2 comma x is equal to 0 is a wrong statement. Okay, just type this within a square bracket in the form of a list. Okay. Then renaming row or column. Okay. Renaming means we can give the default row name, it is 0, 1, 2, 3, and default column name is also 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. But we can rename, that is, here I'm giving names like roll number, total, percentage as column name. And in the case of row name, I'm giving Amit, Bandi, Chedan, and Reena. Okay. So we can give the names using data frame dot rename option. In the case of data frame dot rename option, we can use three parameters. The commonly used parameters are this index and column. We are not using this in place. In place, I'll explain that in place with example. So if you want to give the row name, we will use this index argument. Okay. So df dot rename index equal to, we can give some row names here. Then columns is equal to, we can give columns. Okay. So, and in place is also there. So here the name of this, in this df2, the name of each row, it is Amit, Bandi, Chedan, Reena, and column headings, it is roll number, total, and percentage. I want to rename this roll number, total, and percentage. Also, I want to rename this Amit, Bandi, Chedan, and Reena. Then here this is the statement, that is, I want to rename df2. So start with df2. Dot rename. Rename is the function to rename. Then dot rename within round bracket. First, I will write a flower bracket, that is within a dictionary. Roll number is this is the old value, and I replace this old value with new value, that is roll. Okay, roll number colon roll means roll number is the old value. I want to replace this roll number with roll. So after colon, write the new value. Then total colon tot, percentage colon pers. Then you can give x is equal to column. This is one of the option that we can use with this rename. Okay, you learned any of these option. That is, either you can start with columns equal to. If you want to rename column headings, start with columns equal to. Columns equal to roll number with roll, total with tot, and percentage with per. Or you can write like this, write all the updated value within a flower bracket and give axis equal to columns. This is also possible. Okay, this is the common method we are using. This is also a statement to rename column headings. Okay, then this roll number is replaced with roll, total is replaced with tot, and percentage is replaced with PER. This is renaming. For renaming, we are using rename function. Along with rename function, we are using three parameters. The first one, it is index. Index is for representing row name, and columns is for representing column name, and one more is there in place. So here, this is column renaming. In the case of column renaming, first write the column data frame name df2. After that, dot rename. Rename is a function to rename. Within bracket, columns equal to, because I want to rename columns only. So I will start with columns equal to. Columns equal to within flower bracket. The first key value pair it is. Key is the old name and value is the new name. So roll number is replaced with roll. Total is replaced with tot. Percentage is replaced with PER. Okay. Then to rename rows, the same way, either we can use axis equal to index, or you can write the same way, that is instead of columns, you just write index. Either you can use this statement or you can use index equal to within flower bracket, give the same name. That is, Amit is replaced with R1, Bundy is replaced with R2, Chetan replaced with R3, Reena replaced with R4. Close this dictionary bracket and give axis equal to index. Axis equal to index means we want to rename rows, row name. That is the current row name, it is Amit, Bundy, Chetan and Reena. After executing this statement, Amit is replaced with R1 and Bundy with R2, then next value with R3 and last value with R4. Okay, all of you switch on the video. Here the output is not correct. Here it is replaced with R1, R2, R3 and R4. Okay.
Ma'am,
Okay, okay.
can you show that statement?
This one.
Yes, ma'am.
So if we are not giving a value here, then not this point, if new label is not given corresponding to the old label, the old label is left as it is. So if I'm not giving any value here, then it will replace this Amit. Okay. And also if more than one label, giving one more value here. If I'm giving one more value here, only 4 rows are there, I'm giving 5 pairs, key value pair, then it simply ignore the last value. Okay. If new label is not given corresponding to the old label, the old label is left as it is. Also, if extra values are given in the rename method, they are simply ignored. That is, here only 4 rows are there. If I'm giving 5 values, that 5th value is ignored. Is it completed, Hannah?
Yes, ma'am.
Then accessing data frame. Two methods are there for accessing. It is using label-based indexing and Boolean indexing. Label-based means lock, using lock. We already discussed this in series and in the previous class also. So here label-based indexing means lock method is used to index using label, that is using name. Here we are using, it accepts row or columns label as parameter. Okay, label as parameter. The syntax of this is data frame name dot lock within square bracket. First write the start row, then write the end row. That if you want to display first to fifth row, then we will write 1:5 with its row name. Okay, then and also we can give start column and end column. So syntax for lock method, that is Boolean index means we can give integer values. So here data frame name dot lock, that is start row within square bracket, you want to give start row colon end row, comma start colon start colon end colon. That is, you want to give the start and stop value. Here also, in the case of row also, in the case of column also. First value is based on row, second value is based on column. So in the case of first parameter, you want to give two value, start and stop. And in the case of second parameter also, two values, start and stop. To access a row, if you want to access only row, then write the statement like this. df.log within square bracket, write the row label, comma, colon. If we are giving a colon, means it will display the row, all the rows. Okay. To display the row with row label 2, the command is here, the label name it is 2. So here the command is either you can give df1.lock of 2 comma colon, or we can give df1.lock of 2. Okay, two statements are there. So this colon indicates here, this colon indicates all columns. So to display the row with row label 2, the command is either you can give df1.lock of 2 comma colon, or you can give df1.lock of 2. Okay. Access columns. So to access columns, start with empty column. Then give the start column, end column, or you can give the column name only. If you want to display roll number only, you just write the roll number. Here also, this single column indicates that all the rows will be displayed. Here the question is column, comma, roll number. Means column represents all the rows from this DF1 and only one column is displayed, that is roll number. Irfan, is it completed? Irfan, Ashish, Irfan, Anthony, all of you switch on the video. And Joe, switch on the video. Then slicing. Just write this data frame. DF1 with column heading roll number, total percentage, and row heading 1 to 6. Here DF1 2:4. 2:4 means 2 and 3 is displayed. It will display second and third rows. Okay. Slicing rows. That is, if the question is 2:4 means it will display 2 and 3, 4 is excluded. Okay. So 2 and 3. What is the meaning of :4? :4 means all the rows. That is the starting value, it is 0. That is first row. First to 4. That is 1, 2, and 3. That is just like our normal slicing. Or it is just like that range function. Start value, stop value, step value, just like that. DF1:4, which is equal to 1, 2, and 3. That 4 is excluded. So here there is no start value, so it will start from the first row. Okay, so here in this second question, there is no start value, so it will start from the first value, first row. So this is the first row, then second row, third row, fourth row is the stop. So we exclude that one. Then here, what is the step value? Here step value is 3. So starting from first, there is no start value and there is no stop value. So we'll start from 1. So 1 is displayed. Then after that, 3 is the step value. Means 1 plus 3, 4 is the next value. And 4 plus 3, 7 is the next value. But I think 7 is not there. Okay, 7 is not here. So after 1, 4, 2 rows. Okay. So here df1 within square bracket 2 colon 3 means there is no start value and there is no stop value, only step value. Step value is 3. So we are starting from 1. So first row is displayed. After that 3 is the step value. So 1 plus 3 it is 4. So row number 4 is also displayed. And after that the value is 7. So 7 row is not there. Then df1 colon -3. Then when you learn all these options, you can all the options related with slicing is there. Okay, so learn all the examples based on this slicing. So here colon -3 means we will start from last value. So 6 is the last row. Then last row is displayed. After that 6 minus 3. 6 minus 3 is 3. So third row is displayed. 3 minus 3 it is 0. So only 2 rows. Colon -3 means we are starting from here. The step value is -3. So we are starting from last value. That is based on negative indexing. Okay, so colon -3 means we'll start from last value. So the last value it is 6. So row 6 is displayed. And after that 6 minus 3. What is 6 minus 3? 6 plus minus 3, which is equal to 3. So this 3 is displayed. Then after that 3 plus minus 3 it is 0. There is no row with 0 value. So only 2 rows displayed. The next one it is 3 colon. Starting with 3, there is no end value. So after 3, all the rows are displayed. That is 3 colon. Starting with 3, all the rows are, there is no stop value. So it will display all the rows. Is it clear, children? different slicing methods in row? So we can give 3 colon. 3 colon means starting with 3, all the rows are displayed. And if there is no start value and stop value and step value is negative, then it will start with last row. So 6th row is displayed, then 6 plus negative 3, that means 3. So next row is displayed just like that. If it is a positive value, it will start with the first row. Okay. So one change in this negative value representation, just mark. Then slicing in column. Slicing in column, we can give this df within bracket, write the column heading. If you want to use multiple column, use like this. That is within a list, use the multiple columns. If you want to display total, that is single column value only, write df1 within square bracket, give the column heading. If you want to display more than one column, use with that multiple column within a list. Okay, so df1 within square bracket, give the different column headings. Switch on the video, children. All of you switch on the video. So here it will display roll number column and total column. Just note this point, that is df1 within square bracket, within another list format, write the multiple column headings. Grishma, Donna, Irfan, switch on the video. Ashish, okay. Completed. Okay. So next is detailed study about this lock and iLock. It is same as that of series lock and iLock. Lock method is used to retrieve the group of rows and columns by labels or a Boolean array present in the data frame. It takes only index labels, and if it exists in the data frame, it returns the rows, columns, or data frame. Okay. df1 dot, we just write the example. And the definition is already there in the textbook. df1 dot log within square bracket 1 colon 2. Here these 1 and 2 are the row names. So here when we use this log function, it will include this 2 also. Stop value also. Okay, so 1 colon 2 means first row is displayed and second row is also displayed. Rows with labels 1 and 2 are displayed. For that, I am using the statement 1:2. Log 1:2. Here, what is the meaning? Donna, what is the meaning of this statement? We already explained this log. What is the meaning of this df1.log colon comma roll number colon total? What is the meaning, Donna? Elvina, what is the meaning, Elvina? df1.log colon comma roll number colon total.
As it displays based on the column name.
That is, what is the meaning of this roll number colon total? Elvina, what is roll number and what is total?
It should start with the start
Roll.
column and
Ah.
it should end with the column name total.
Correct, Elvina. Very good. So here log means in this log, first I am using one column. Column means the first position represents a row value. So here the meaning is that we are including all the rows and comma. Roll number is the colon total. Here what is the meaning? Here this value represents column details. That is, you want to display from the column roll number to the column total. This is the range of columns that you want to display. Okay, so we are starting from roll number and the last column heading, it is total. So in place of that row, there is no value on symbol colon, means all the rows are included. But in the case of column, I'm giving two column heading along with a colon. That means roll number is the starting column and total is the stop column. Is it clear, Amal? Okay. So what is the output here? Here the output is roll number and column. In our original DF1, percentage is also there. But we just include roll number and column. And in the case of log, we use this stop value also. So this total is also here. Okay, so column with labels roll number to total are displayed. So here df2.log Amit colon Chedan. Here, switch on the video, children. Okay, so df2 dot Amit colon Chedan means it will represent only the row names. That is Amit colon Chedan means we are starting from Amit and ending with Chedan. Okay, the difference between this and the previous statement, it is just look here within square bracket, we are starting with one column. That means there is no row representation. That means all the rows are included. And after comma, I am giving column value. That is column headings. Okay. So in this case, we are just giving a set of row names. Amit colon Chedan. So it will display Amit row, Bandi row, and Chedan row. Means it will start from Amit and the stop value is Chedan. We are using log function, so we are including that last value also, that is Chedan also. If it is ilog, we exclude that Chedan. Okay. Then we can give statement like this also. That is, first part it will represent index, comma, second part it will represent column. So here Amit colon Chedan means Amit to Chedan is displayed with roll number and total columns. That is, starting column it is roll number, stop column it is total. Anthony completed.
Yes, ma'am.
So in the case of log, both end row and end column are included in the output. Okay. But in the case of ilog, it is not included. In the case of log, both end row and end column are included in the output. That is, that last part is included, but in the case of ilog, it is not included. You just write this point. Note this point, it is based on ilog. End row and end column are not included. It is already there in the case of series. The difference between log and ilog is one of the important question based on this series and data frame based on this log and ilog. That is, in the case of log, it is based on names, labels, and also it includes the stop value. But in the case of ilog, the end row and end column is not included. Clear, Reina? Okay. Okay. Here, ilog 1 colon 3. In the case of ilog, we are giving the index value. So it is 1 colon 3. 1 colon 3 means 1 means, 1 second, which is the, you just write this data frame. Write this data frame. Amit, Bimal, Chedan, Harshit, Seema, and Devi, and roll number, total percentage. Switch on the video, children. Okay, here Amit, Bimal, Chedan, Harshit, Seema, and Devi are the contents. Then here 0 is the Amit index, Bimal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the case of ilog, it will take this index values. Here also 0, 1, 2. Okay, it will not take the name, it will take the index value. Okay, in the case of ilog, it is number or index number based or Boolean indexed value. Okay, here the question is ilog 1:3. ilog 1:3. You just write the answer from your data frame. It is 1 means, which one is 1? 1, it is Bimal. Then 2, 3. 3 is the stop value. So in the case of ilog, we just exclude this 3. So 1 and 2 is there. Okay. So index value 1, it is Bimal, and index value 2, it is Chedan. So the 2 rows are displayed and we exclude that stop value because we are using ilog function. Try this one. ilog 0, 2, 4 within a list. That is, I am using multiple row name. So it will display 0th row, 2nd row, and 4th row. List of rows, that is 0, 2, 4 is displayed. For that, I am using ilog within square bracket. I am using a list. Within that list, I am using the index values of that particular rows. Then write the next one. It is df1.ilog : 1:3. Grishma, here what is the meaning of this ilog : 1:3? Colon means what? Evelyn?
Full rows will be displayed and columns from 1 to 2. That means
1 to 2.
roll number and total.
1 and 2. 3 is excluded. Okay, correct, Evelyn. That is, here simply colon means all rows are displayed. And in the case of 1:3 means 1 is the start value and 3 is the stop value of column. So here 0, 1, 2. So this roll number and total, no, starting from 1. So it is total and percentage is displayed. There is no third column. If there is column number 3 is there, it is excluded because ilog is here. Okay. It will display total and percentage with all the rows. Then write the output of this one. ilog within square bracket 1:2, 1:3. Meghna, what is the meaning of that statement?
It starts from 1 to
In which case 1:2 means? Is it row or column?
2.
Okay. So first row to second, that second is not including. Okay, because we are using ilog. So only one row. And in the case of column, it is 1:3. So 1 and 2 are in the result. So here just check Bimal 480 because here 1:2 means only one row. 2 is the stop value, so only one row with index 1. And in the case of column, 1:3 means 1 and 2 is displayed. Okay. So prepare for the test and score full mark. Okay. Only a small portion is there that is based on data frame creation and attributes related with data frame. Okay. So take each and every revision test seriously and score maximum mark. Okay. We can discuss that last portion, that is CSV file and some ITROs and some more operations, that is binary operations later with data frame is also there. We can discuss it in the next class. Okay. So Abdul Krishna absent. Basil absent. Now Pavitra. It is on Friday, 8th evening, 7 o'clock. Okay. Friday evening, 7 o'clock, board number 11. Pavitra absent. Sharath absent. Adi. Sneha. Okay. Economic text. On that time, Irfan? Just call me, okay, Irfan? Ah, okay. Friday only IP and CS test paper. Board number 11. Chapter is data frame creation and attributes related with data frame. Okay. Bye, children.